The need for insurance or how or where it covers has changed immensely for us. It's too complex anymore. And the sooner you recognize that and bring in the professionals you need for those aspects of your business, the better off you'll be.
The sophistication level of our customers are rising. The expectations of us as a carrier and of a producer continue to rise daily, almost, from our farmers. Through continuous training that we provide through the farm certification program, our agents are getting exposed to what those evolving needs of our customers are, and that's going to put them in a better position to be able to serve the needs of those customers.
We first heard about the certification process through one of our marketing reps from Nationwide roughly 10 years ago. And they said, hey, we feel that this would be beneficial for you if you really want to become more knowledgeable, become one of the premier insurance agencies out there in the ag industry.
So the certification process really helps agents understand what we look for, helping them identify those exposures or how to help their customers when they're in that process of growing and changing their operations.
We understand through our experience the past 100+ years where the exposures are on each of those operations, and that's where our consultation expertise and working with that agent and that member really bring us all together on focusing on the exposures.
You're going to understand the farm industry, you're going to understand insurance better, and you're going to understand our Nationwide farm product a lot better. It's going to make the process a whole lot easier.
They have specific underwriters for different departments. So when you call in being a certified agency, you're going to get someone that you've worked with for quite some time. You build that relationship that you just don't have anywhere else.
When a farm certified agent calls, I know they're going to be a lot more prepared. They're going to have done a lot more upfront underwriting, and they're going to know what I expect from them and they expect from me. And I can better assess and help the agent understand what coverages we have to have in place to make sure that they have coverage in the event of a claim.
Prior to Jeremy, my problem was that I had probably 5 different agents under 3 or 4 or 5 different companies. They were not interacting together and more pointing fingers, so we ended up with not any coverage and had a couple of major losses because of it.
Nationwide has the ability to take risks that a lot of other companies aren't able to put under one portfolio. One farm package is what we like to call it, and we don't have to piece it out. After going through the certification process with Nationwide, it gave us the knowledge that is needed to service those accounts.
And knowing that he knew our business from all aspects and what the insurance could do for us, it was, a natural fit from that point.
My previous agent, I think we probably went 4 or 5 years. He had never called me. His priority was making money off of me, not making sure I had the right insurance.
When Jeremy and the operation originally met, he said, I'll be back every year. And that kind of that probably sounds good. It's more of a sales pitch. We've never had an insurance agent show up every year.
Going through the certification process with Nationwide, they kind of gave us this idea of doing yearly reviews. We sit down and we do a side-by-side comparison with the current terms coverage and your renewal terms coverage.
Before, we didn't have replacement value on some of our buildings and stuff. When Jeremy went through the procedure on that, he said, well, do you want replacement value? I hadn't thought of that. After this devastating storm we had, I realized if we'd had the same insurance we had, I probably would be selling out or something.
Things are always changing on the farm, and they need that yearly review. And from us, as claims adjuster, it really helps us when agents are doing that, because we know the policies are up to date, and we're not going out on a claim where they got a new Morton building, but for some reason that Morton building wasn't added to the policy.
The thoroughness of that annual review just brings a whole nother level to getting the policy handled correctly. It's important. There's things that change that we don't understand, could be bundled, could be coupled, need to be moved to a different entity for more security or risk management purposes. That yearly meeting surfaces far more than what I could envision it would have. It's the details. It's how it's handled, it's how it's trained, it's how it's managed, it's the thoroughness in the details that make the difference.
So how are we going to position ourselves to be the carrier of choice moving forward? That's going to be through partnering with producers that are also positioning themselves to be relevant in the future, which means understanding the needs before the customers themselves know their needs. And through partnering with the process such as the farm certification process, we're able to not only identify what those needs are, but to put together and brainstorm solutions and strategies for how we can both be relevant moving into the future.
It gives us a tremendous amount of reassurance, peace of mind, capacity as our operation enterprise changes, morphs every day. We just know that we're going to be taken care of by Jeremy Nationwide.
If you really want to become one of the well-known agencies out there, going through the certification process and having Nationwide help you along the way is a very good partnership that I would highly recommend.